What are MetroAE plugins? A plugin is a set of files that creates your custom workflow. Plugins are installed and executed by MetroAE on your behalf. Your plugins can be executed alone or along with MetroAE workflows. Plugins do not require modifications to MetroAE. You create a plugin by creating a set of files. The simplest plugins execute a plain Ansible playbook that you create. The most powerful plugins use MetroAE's schema validation and inventory generation. You can choose the level of support that is right for your task. Documentation and examples are provided to get you started. You can find out more information at our website. Now let's go ahead and have a demo.
Hello everyone, this is Sanket and today I'll be talking about how to add plugins to Metro. So a plugin is a custom playbook that you write to accomplish a certain task which is not currently done by Metro. So this could be any custom task that you want to do or that you can define in a playbook or a role. So this is a sample example that I have. I'm creating a demo task plugin. So what this plugin will do is it will just run ls on the local host, and this is something which I want to integrate with Metro. So I'll write a plugin configuration file. I'll show you my plugin configuration file here. So the configuration file needs to be in the same folder, and I can version this plugin. So if later I'm going to upgrade the plugin, so I'll give it a new version, let's say 101, 102, and so on. I also specify the required minimum Metro version that this plugin should go with. So in this case, it's Metro 410 for me, and this is a basic plugin, so I'm not adding any schemas and hooks with it, but as we go further we will explore how to add more things to the plugin. So to install the plugin, it would be to install this plugin, there is one more thing that's essential to show here. So you can also add a task alias. For example, if you have a task name called special underscore task, you can reference it by special task, for example, and remove the underscore in there. So this is an option to add this menu option to Metro itself, so that you can call it by this special name. And I'll show you how to demonstrate to pull this plugin into Metro. So to do that, let's navigate to the Nuage Metro folder. So I will go to the Nuage Metro E folder, and in here, what I'll do is I'll run Metro plugin install, and then specify the path to the plugin folder. So in this case, I need to go a level up and go to Metro plugins and demo task. So this shows that the plugin has successfully been installed and is now available to use in Metro. So to run my task, what I can do is I can run MetroAE special task, because that's what I named it in this menu alias. So when I run this, it's going to run the special task that I have created. Right now it's building. So it runs the build so that it has all the variables created that are necessary before running the tasks. So we can see here the ls command has run, and it has outputted the list of files that are present in there. So we can also verify that the plugin has been installed by doing MetroAE help and then search for demo in there. Search for special task because we named it special task. So we can see a menu item has been added for a special task to perform the plugin that we just added. Now this is a example of a simple plugin. I can demonstrate an example of a more complicated plugin. But before we do that, let me show you how to quickly uninstall this plugin. So we can run MetroAE plugin uninstall special task. So it removed all the plugin files. So now if I do the help menu again, so I'll see that the task has disappeared from the help menu. So let's go on to a slightly more complicated plugin. So this is one with more bells and whistles. So in this particular plugin, we are going to create a new VM which is not supported by Metro. So we'll call that host VM as a demo VM. So this is an example of for creating a component which is not currently deployed by Metro. So to do that, we have added a set of playbooks and roles. Now some of these roles are common and they go into the common roles that Metro has. For example, processing all the variables and things like that, and you can have your own templates for this VM. And there are some other tasks which are specific to the VM itself. So these are also present in the roles folder, and we have defined a new schema for this particular VM. So just like we have schemas for VSDs, VSCs that describe all the things that are needed to deploy a VSD. So you can write your own similar schema based on taking others as the example. So this is a sample schema here that we are going to use for this particular demo VM. So we have also defined a menu where we add two items to this menu to do one is to do pre-deploy and one is to do the complete deploy of that VM. And similar to the plugin configuration that I showed in the previous task, this is a similar plugin configuration that we'll use for this new demo VM. The difference here is we have also added schema support. So we have written our demo VM's schema, and we are referencing the schema in the plugin. So it knows to put this schema alongside all the schema files that Metro has. Uh, Along with that, we also have a hook to process the variables of this particular plugin before we run this playbook. So what this hook will do is it will process all the variables that are needed for this demo VM playbook to run. And once those variables are processed, then the demo VM pre-deploy can be run. So let's try pulling this. Let's try pulling this demo VM into our MetroAE. by plugins. So we'll use the similar command as before, MetroAE plugin install, and we need to go to the plugin folder, which is one level up, Metro plugin, and then demonstration. So this installed the Metro plugin. Now we can use MetroAE here to install. Let's so so this is running the install for the demo VM. So what this will do is it will create a VM. It will create this new VM, and we will be able to see that this new VM through the through the plugin that we added. One thing to note here is the plugin can also be used with a container. In the case of the container, the plugins will be copied inside the container by the MetroAE script, so the user need not do that for themselves. So it's usable both ways. And if you have a new plugin that you need to install, you can always uninstall your old plugin and install a newer version of plugins. So that works as well. So this is running the deploy. Let's wait a few seconds before this finishes. So we see that the VM has been deployed now, and if we do a verse list, then we should see our new VM that's been deployed. So that's it for this demo. Thanks for watching.